There shall be no fanfare, nor shall there be a triumphant, victorious musical title screen of return. But I'm back, which is the main thing. Basically because I've been hit by a massive case of British can't be arsed, and yeah. Well, I was going to do something explosive. I was going to sort of return in style. I was going to do my first editing job. Shock. And I was going to do Exalted, as I promised, like, months ago. Months. Since then, well, this is a bit of a vlog, which I'm churning all the mulch out of my brain that's been sort of passing around the last few months. Yes, I'm going to go into this very, very shortly, and I shall explain why very, very shortly. I promised Werewolf, I promised Exalted, I'd deliver on neither just yet. However, this is because my eye has been caught by something that is far more deserving at the moment. Apart from which, why have I been gone, you ask? Hopefully, maybe. Now, first off, I admit it was health, and yeah, I talked to sort of Captain Machine and other people, didn't work, so, that's why I wasn't there until about Christmas. So, woe is me, I'm such a poor little bastard, but after that, I admit it's purely my fault. It was simply a case of, I cannot be arsed anymore, I need a break, I wasn't feeling particularly good, but still, no excuse. And then something happened. One day, several months after I looked at the site, several months later, I look on the site and what do I find? I find comments. That's right, I find comments. Comment, all the way in my inbox. And I'm thinking, Christ, it's quite obvious I haven't posted in months. I've been inactive for this long. And you know what? It's because you guys are awesome. Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm back now, basically because you kept commenting. I must admit, every time a comment pops up on my GURPS 4th box, I do approach it with some trepidation, to say the least. Probably with a cattle prod to try and relieve my eyes from the tyranny of yet another, sort of gripe at it. But in actual fact, you guys have been awesome with that too, and I haven't had a single one, despite my fears. And yes, I must admit that after all said and done, yeah, fine. Look, I get it. You're absolutely right. I should probably try the system first. If I ever do try the system, I will let you know. So there's no problem. I'm open-minded. I had a rant then, probably because, again, I wasn't feeling very well, but, it's all good. I'm still, I think it's perhaps that I was a bit boggled by the character creation system. Now I've actually thought about it, and I've rationalised it in that you give a new player sort of points and so many... Whatever, it doesn't matter, because we're not in GURPS 4th at the moment, we're in vlog mode, and then Savage Worlds mode. Anyway, yes. Never mind. Yeah. That's maybe random. Yeah, I recognise the fact it's 3 in the afternoon, but believe it or not, for me that is ridiculously early, just because I sleep at the other end of the day. But that's me entirely. Anywho, yes. So yeah, I just wanted to say a big thank you to everybody who sort of voted. I want to say a big thank you to both Captain Machine, and you know what, it's been so long, mate, I can't actually, for the friggin' life of me, and this is terrible because you were awesome, and I can't remember for the life of me what the hell your name was. Yes, I admit freely that I've not been keeping up to date with videos, and this wasn't good. Disardis! Sorry, mate, I just couldn't remember. Yeah, that was pathetic. Sorry. Anyway, also, a bit of a shout out to Kal-El Prime. I've been thoroughly enjoying your Transformers Animated reviews, and I've been watching Transformers Animated religiously. I must admit, I'm a couple of episodes behind, but again, as you say in one of your earlier videos, that's simply because I don't want to, I want it to last. Because if it truly is the last season of this awesome arcing story malarkey, then that is a shame. That is a serious shame, and I hope that Hasbro, money corporation Burks that they are, actually do get their fingers out the backsides and realise that people actually want to watch this. Yes, but I won't get into Hasbro, because inevitably, if I start talking about Hasbro, I'm going to start talking about Magic and Dungeons and Dragons. Why, you ask? Because they own Wizards of the Coast. If you didn't know that, then, Well, you know, not everybody does, but the fact is that Hasbro basically treats Wizards of the Coast as a cash cow. So every time you might be buying a Magic the Gathering booster pack for £3.49 in the UK, and every time you might be buying a D&D 4th edition book, then, yeah, excuse me. Right, with that out of my system, every time you get a new book, you know, it's not Wizards of the Coast to blame, it's really Hasbro. What can you do? I will be having a rant about D&D 4th edition very soon. In fact, very soon I'll start getting into something that I haven't got into before, which is I will be getting into actual reviews of systems, which, I admit, you think, well, you've shown us a lot of books, but, I mean, I'm talking about actually reviewing the system from a role player's point of view. So, you know, how easy it is to use and all that good stuff, which I'm going to start with Savage Worlds. And this is going to be my plan for today. I'm going to review Savage Worlds, the system. I'm then going to get into the Savage Worlds of Solomon Kane, which is an awesome character that will be coming straight after. And then I'll explain a couple of the other purchases. Now, what got me into Savage Worlds is that probably last October, remembering that far back, last October, I can't remember quite how it came up, but we got into the subject of zombies. And Dizardis did an awesome video, and we got into a conversation of some such, I can't quite remember the details, but he mentioned a game called Zombie Run for the Savage Worlds system. And I thought, well, that sounds interesting, give it a go. Because Deadlands came into it, that's right, because they've redone Deadlands in a new format called Deadlands Reloaded for the Savage Worlds system, because the Savage Worlds system is the evolution of Deadlands. Follow that if you will. And, yes, well, tell you what, rather than bore you stiff for another 3 minutes, because that's how much time's left on this video, then I'm actually going to go right now, have a flick through my Savage Worlds book, and I'll be right back with a review. Catch you later.